Hi, subscribe to my channel Shobha Rana for more.
Ekta, compatibility is also a very present moment concept. When you are going out with somebody, you see your compatibility in the present moment.
Yeah.
That what your likes are, what your preferences are, what is your need for entertainment, or need for solitude, or need for sex, because these are the things that you kind of assess between the two of you in the name of compatibility, right? लेकिन 5 साल के बाद क्या होने वाला है, बिकॉज बोथ ऑफ अस आर ऑन आर डिफरेंट लाइफ जर्नीज ऑल्सो, एंड बोथ ऑफ अस इंडिविजुअली आर गोइंग थ्रू डिफरेंट लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस. आप आपके जॉब पे जा रहे हो, मैं मेरे जॉब पे जा रही हूँ, आपके कुछ एक्सपीरियंसेस हो रहे हैं, आपके कुछ तरह के फ्रेंड सर्कल बन रहे हैं, आप लीडरशिप को लेके कुछ तरह से सोचते हो, करियर को लेके कुछ तरह से सोचते हो, यू आर बास्किंग इन ऑल दीज डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंसेस. आई एम बास्किंग इन टू सम अदर एक्सपीरियंसेस. तो हमारे दोनों का लाइफ जर्नी भी अलग अलग जा रहा है. तो जो कंपैटिबिलिटी पहले थी, अभी आर नीड्स आर चेंजिंग. Maybe my need for entertainment was very high when I was 5 years younger. Maybe I wanted to go clubbing or dinners and everything every week. But now my need has reduced. Right. However, my partner's needs are not evolving in the same direction. Maybe he wants to do it more now because his job is such that he wants to unwind a little more. And same can happen for sex. Maybe whatever frequency or intensity we had before, that was working for the both of us. But now, and as such, women are known to be late bloomers, Yeah. and men are hormonally very active in their early age, which is their 20s and stuff, and women are in their 30s. So, and that also becomes one very big problem that I see. I hear from a lot of my friends also that their need for physical intimacy also is much higher than before. Yeah. Whereas the guys' needs have kind of reduced down. Right. Over the time. So I'm not just talking about physical intimacy, but also the need for, let's say, entertainment. Yeah. Like I said, the need for solitude. Like earlier, your need for solitude was very little. You wanted to do everything together. But now, to have that creativity and imagination and performance in other areas of your life, you need to have solitude as well. So how does one kind of take this compatibility together? कि ये पीछे नहीं छूट जाए compatibility, हम आगे बढ़ गए. So that is what is a main reason for differences in people. In fact, nowadays a lot of people who have spent a lot of years together are separating, are parting ways, and they're saying we are no longer compatible. So how do we ensure that we stay compatible as we go in the life?
So first thing I would really like to pick about, and I want to pick and talk about, is when you mentioned about women being late bloomers, where during the 30s and 40s, where they definitely require a lot more physical proximity. Do you know that how did this come up? First thing is with females, with women, they've been asked to not explore themselves. They've never been conditioned to know who they are, what their needs are,
Or no pleasure.
But more so, let's talk about from the needs perspective, is to, even if it's an emotional or physical need, let's come to that conclusion, that when women or girl child is being raised, she's never conditioned to think about, oh, what your needs are, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, all of these. So the only thing that she's been taught is, okay, you have to tend to people all the time, which means she never had the chance to explore herself, which means she's learned to curb her instincts. She learned to be in a shell, in a cocoon, and not talk about it, right? So in this entire process, what happens is, for a man, because he's always asked to be outright, go out, try and test, and be a man, so he tries and explores his masculinity a lot more. But when it comes to the female, she can't explore because she's not being taught about it. So what happens when she gets into a relationship or she gets married, after a while, maybe in her 30s or whatever, she learns to know who she is as a person,
Yeah.
what her needs are, not just in terms of intimacy, like physical intimacy, but even emotional intimacy.
Right.
Which is why females in their 30s, they're like outright, listen, this is what I want, right? This is why when they are so sure about what they want in their relationship also, and they communicate effectively. Having said that, so what happens is with females, when she starts learning more about herself in her, as a late bloomer, she also understands that it's time for me to speak up for what I feel like. And then because she realized that, okay, now people are accepting her, which means she has to start to accept her own self and her needs, which is why this whole late bloomer situation came into the play. Now, coming back to how sometimes, you two individuals, you two partners, you have your own direction. You both are, of course, evolving every single, I wouldn't even say year, but you are evolving every single day. you're turning a different person every single day. आप सुबह उठे, of course, आज से अगर मैं 5 साल 10 साल पहले देखो, I used to love going out, this that. Today I'm like a home baby.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And that too unapologetically.
Right.
Okay. So for me, I'm not even being apologetic about being a home baby right now. Reason, because kahin na kahin I feel this is what my identity is. So for suddenly, if your partner does not accept this part of you, like a newness
Yeah.
in you, that's when the problem starts to arise. So first things first is to know that every single day you two are becoming different individuals. You every single morning you're like a new person. Maybe if I go back and I think about mornings was like during my school times and my high school times and my college times, I used to wake up crying because I used to dislike mornings. Today I've become a morning person. Now let's suppose I started dating someone and this person was also like a not so morning person, and now as I'm evolving and I've tasted what mornings feel like,
Yeah.
I want to become that morning person. And if I'm imposing that on my partner, saying ki you have to become this and that, that's when the conflict begins. So you have to know that the way you are evolving, not necessarily your partner is also evolving in the same direction. If I feel that morning has started to give me a different feeling, not necessarily for my partner it will. So you have to learn and accept that there will be a different version of you each day, and you cannot impose what really worked for you should work for the partner too.
Right.
So there will be differences, whether it's to do with your emotional compatibility, whether it's to do with your physical compatibility. But what really matters is you have to communicate with your partner. It's not like, okay, this is what I feel, this is what you feel, you have to come to me. No, you both are at two different points, point A, point B, and you both have to decide to go to point C. So such that you both don't feel that one has to cross the bridge, right? So you both have decided a common goal and you both are walking towards that common goal, and it's very important to understand this. A lot of people today are making this mistake कि नहीं, मुझे ये तो यही चाहिए, you do it. You don't understand that, oh, you also have to start doing it. I become a morning person, you too become a morning person.
If you loved this conversation of mine with Ekta Dikshit, then I have more for you. Here is the full podcast link. Thank you for watching.